My name is Artman. I am running for Tacoma City Council, District Number 5, which that would be, to make it easier for everyone, that would be zip code 98409 and 98408. And today we are here with Pierce Transit and we are going to ride Line 1, which from what I understand is the most utilized line in Pierce Transit. I think one of the challenges in the 5th District is that, from what the community has expressed to me, is that there's a limited amount of services in the 5th District, and a lot of folks who cannot afford to purchase cars have a difficult time getting around, and they'd like to see services that are earlier in the morning and later in the evening for those who work second shifts and non-traditional hours. Well, there's two. One of them is, of course, is that down in downtown Tacoma, there is the light rail that is going through MLK. And so what I believe is going to happen in that area is that Martin Luther King area is actually going to grow. And there are a lot of folks in that area who are low income and have limited transportation. I think it's going to make a huge difference. But most importantly is, I just learned about 20 minutes ago that there's going to be the monorail or a train system that's going from Parkland, Spanaway area all the way to downtown Tacoma. And I was raised in Parkland, and that was one of the greatest barriers that we had, especially when it came to healthcare, because healthcare was in downtown Tacoma. So it was so difficult to get down there. And I know that people who live out in the East Pierce area, that there's limited resources out there for human services and social service needs. So that is absolutely huge for them because it'll be able to connect their services together. It's a difficult question to answer just on the spot, but based on my experience in working with individuals who rely on the transit system, especially people in recovery who live in the areas out in Parkland, Spanaway that I mentioned before, I would support it. Again, though, is that I'd like to know a little bit more about it, but absolutely based on what you've said as far as seniors and youth, yes, I would support it. And it also depends on the amount of time that it would be spread out, of course. So, but yes, absolutely, yes. I'm thinking here for a minute because transportation really impacts my clients more than anything. So I think if I were to add anything onto what we were talking about in the last hour, it truly is that I'm glad to see the changes that's happening with downtown Tacoma commuter, especially finding out that, like I mentioned before, is at Route 1 because services are here. And also too to understand that services are increasing back to what they were post 10 years ago. And so folks will have more access to the services in Tacoma that they need. And so I think the takeaway for me today is that, most important, I'm proud of the direction that Pierce Transit's going as well as downtown Tacoma's going, because it sounds like it's a wonderful partnership. So I'm pleased in the direction that they're going, and even the electric buses that we talked about as well. So a lot of good information today. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.